Alright, if I was in WWE, this is how I would book John Cena's heel run and his eventual face turn. So, let's get this thing started. So, we already know that Cena's obviously not going to spend the rest of his WWE career as a heel, and he's obviously going to end it off as a face. But the question is, how do we get there, and what happens in between that time? So, I've been thinking about this for a bit, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So, first, when we get to WrestleMania after all this stuff, I essentially want this match to be a glorified squash match. Like, it's just an elongated squash match where Cody's trying to get offense in and he's trying to like convince Cena of everything that he's doing is wrong, but Cena is just brutalizing him. Every time Cody Rhodes gets an advantage, The Rock takes advantage, distracts the ref, does something like that, to which Cody again loses the advantage. And by the end of this match, it's just kind of uncomfortable how much he's getting beaten up and how hopeless he is by Rock, Cena, and whoever else they bring out. Because, I mean, Travis Scott was apparently in that group, but who knew? Anyways, so essentially I want Cena to win like Rock beat Cena at Extreme Rules after he beat the Streak, if you know what I'm talking about. Because I feel like that solidifies Cena as this super angry, super heel. And this impossible challenge to beat. Now here's the thing. Usually at Backlash they have a rematch of the WrestleMania main event in the main event. Not this time. There's too many matches that I want Cena to have before he leaves. So we are going to get to a storyline where Randy Orton is super angry at John Cena for what he's done to Cody Rhodes and how he's turned heel, turned his back on the WWE. And, Cena talks to him. Maybe they're trying to get him in this group saying, like, you were like this one time. And you used to be super good, and now you're just some kind of joke, blah, 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 blah. They get into a fight. And at Backlash, we see the same thing. Orton gets brutalized. Every time he tries to get an advantage, Rock distracts the ref, trips his feet, something like that. And again, they just keep beating up these people together. And Cody Rhodes is still pissed. He wants his title back. He's super angry at them. And eventually this leads to Rhodes be putting in the Money in the Bank match. And during the Money in the Bank match, or a little bit before, we see Rock talking to Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and that group over there, telling them that he needs them to win that case for the security of the family. But he doesn't say why yet. And during the match, we see Cody Rhodes climbing the ladder. He's about to get that Money in the Bank contract when Rock shows up. Cena shows up. They throw Rhodes off the ladder. They start beating him up outside the ring. And who but Solo Sikoa walks up that ladder, grabs the briefcase, and becomes the new Mr. Money in the Bank. Now, throughout this time, Cena's having a little bit of reservations about what The Rock is doing. He kind of snoops on him talking to Solo Sikoa, and he's a little worried that what Rock is saying is like some sort of plan to get him off the throne and bring the bloodline back into the championship range. So, him and Rock are starting to fight a little bit more and a little bit more. And, you start to see cracks in this Rock and Soul connection. As, I don't remember where I heard that, but the Rock and Soul connection is starting to show some cracks in it. So, Cody's obviously really angry that he lost Money in the Bank to The Rock. And we get the inevitable Cody Rhodes versus The Rock at SummerSlam. Which, by the way, I'm going to SummerSlam, which is like really hyping me up. I can't wait to show you guys that video. Although all you'll be seeing is like little ants in the square because I'm going to be like all the way up here in MetLife. But I'm actually super geeked for that one. I really hope they do Cody versus The Rock at SummerSlam. Anyways, before I start going into the fangirl spiral, Rock and Cody at SummerSlam. And during the match, Cody's starting to get the upper hand. He's starting to beat up The Rock. Let's make this a no disqualification match. He's got a chair and he's whacking him. And so, Cena comes out. And obviously, there's no disqualification. He can do this. Rock is a little confused because he told Cena to stay back. He wanted to handle Cody on his own. And, Cena drops Cody with a punch. And The Rock, he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you here? And then he's like, I'm going to take care of this. They're fighting. And Cena picks The Rock up. Attitude adjustment. Dropping The Rock in the middle of the ring. Slides out the ring. He watches Cody Rhodes hit the Crossroads trifecta. 1, 2, 3. Rock has been defeated. It looks like Cena's done with this whole Rock stuff. And he finally is able to be free of it. Then Rock is extremely pissed that, Cena would do something like this to him, and that, he gave Cena the entire world and he betrays him like this. And this eventually leads to a match between The Rock and John Cena at whatever the October pay-per-view is, like Bad Blood or whatever. No, that was August. You know what I'm talking about. Their fall pay-per-view in like September, October. I don't remember which one it is. They might change it up with that one. But instead, what happens during the match is The Rock just grabs a chair and he bam, all over Cena. He's destroying Cena. He's using the whip against him. He's choking him with his tie like Cody got. And, he says, this is why I needed a plan B. Brings out Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa takes the title off of John Cena. And, now Cena's really mad. And these two start feuding like CM Punk and Seth Rollins style. The entire time. And then at War Games, Survivor Series War Games, we get Team Cena versus Team Rock inside of War Games. And, Cody's kind of made up with John Cena, so we see Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Randy Orton, and I don't know, who should and John Cena versus The Rock, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and of course, Tama Tonga. My personal favorite Bloodline member to say, although he doesn't do much, he's got a funny name. Anyways, so at War Games, obviously Rock and Cena are jawing at each other. They're going to be out last because they're definitely the oldest and we don't know if they can still go. But so once they come out, everything's in ruin. And, Cena tells his men to go get everybody else in the Bloodline and that he'll deal with The Rock. So we just get this face-off between Rock and Cena and they start going at it. I mean, like 25 years of hatred style going at it. Punches fly, chairs fly, kendo sticks fly, bats fly. Eventually Cena starts getting the upper hand. But as we switch over to the other side, Jacob Fatu's all the way up top. Big moonsault off the cage, crashing everybody down. And again, it's just Rock and Cena standing. Attitude adjustment to The Rock. 1, 2, Rock kicks out. Rock hits a rock bottom. 1, 2, Cena kicks out. And then everybody starts going at it again. Until, this is where it gets weird, they bring out some handcuffs. And eventually Team Cena is able to handcuff Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga to the cage, leaving them and The Rock in the other ring. And everybody gets a piece of The Rock. Randy Orton hits an RKO on The Rock. Cody Rhodes is able to hit the Crossroads on The Rock. What did I say the other one was? Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Cena. Oh, I don't remember the other one. Did I say another one? Ooh, that's not good. AJ Styles, maybe? Yeah, let's put AJ Styles in here. AJ Styles able to hit a phenomenal forearm. And finally, John Cena hits an AA through a table. 1, 2, 3. John Cena and his team win War Games. And eventually, at whatever their December pay-per-view is, if they have one, we get Cena versus, honestly, one of my favorite wrestlers, Jacob Fatu. Be a really cool way to do it, as his last match. Or maybe John Cena gets to pick his opponent for his December pay-per-view as his last match, or maybe War Games is his last match. I only really got up as far as War Games, but I hope you guys like this. Tell me what you think about John Cena turning heel, maybe turning face. What you think about the whole War Games idea? I know my brother was like, well, I don't know if Rock and Cena should be in War Games because they're really old, but like, who knows? Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Bye-bye.